Okay, I'm just gonna invite my friend right here. Let me see. Let me check his name. There you go. Hey man.
Hey, what's up? How are you?
Yeah, what's up? Good. How are you?
I'm good.
Yeah. Welcome to our IG live.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
How's
Appreciate it.
everything? Yeah, man. You're welcome. How's everything going on with you?
Everything's going pretty good. How about you?
Um, yeah, it's fine. A little chill. It's the weekend over here, so
Oh
there's no
yeah.
work, and yeah,
Yeah, no work today.
I'm just
At least for now. Yeah.
chilling and spending time with my toys. Anyway, welcome everyone to those who tuned in. I'm glad that you are all here to to witness the live with with Mal. They call it Marbletron, correct?
Yep, that's it. Yep, got it.
Yeah. And just a little background. I believe we've been toy friends for 3 years now. Yeah.
Yep.
I think we started talking in 2019. Not much, but we see often, with sharing our posts and everything and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember
Okay.
discovering your page. I think it was don't you get the Dakota Bakia statues and stuff like that? The
Yeah.
X-Men?
Yeah. I think.
Yeah,
Mm,
so
yeah.
I was trying to get into those. I was gonna get into statues, and I was like looking around for pages, and I think that's when I came around your page, and I discovered you had a pretty decent collection of that. But I actually ended up not getting any statues, and I just stuck to the figures. And that was around the same time,
Mhm.
Hasbro started making more of the '90s inspired X-Men characters and stuff.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. I think if that would have if I waited, I think for Hasbro to release those X-Men animated figures, I would have maybe didn't consider buying the Koto BTS statues, but it just so happened that I started getting them, and let's just continue doing so.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, is it correct to assume that your favorite Marvel character is Spider-Man?
Yes, it is. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
I love
So I
Spider-Man.
think
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. So I think I got that right about you. Anyway, I have some couple of questions. I'm really excited to know you more as a toy collector. And so let's start with when did you start collecting some toys, and what got you into collecting toys?
So I've been collecting toys for as long as I remember. Like even when I was like 8, 7 years old, I had um the DC Mattel Batman figures from the Dark Knight movies. I would buy those and keep them in the boxes, and because I knew they would be worth something one day, and I still have those in my basement downstairs. So I've been collecting ever since then. But once I got into Marvel Legends, this is when I started going crazy, which was
Okay.
2018, around the time of Infinity War, when Infinity War came out, Avengers Infinity War.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it was the movie figures and stuff like that I started getting into first, and then
Okay.
I and then I slowly, as I started building out my collection for the movie figures, I was like, man, I started looking at these comic book figures, and I'm like, wow, they look pretty much just as great, and they look amazing. They look just
Right.
like the comic books. And I was always a fan of the comic books. Like I would read some comic books when I was little, but not as much. I wasn't into it as much as the movies. But once I started collecting Legends, I started going back and reading more about, you know, the X-Men, Spider-Man, Avengers, knowing all their stories and their comic books. And that kind of led
Right.
in to the figure photography thing. So that's what I do now.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Right. Okay. Do you still have your first action figure that you got?
Uh, I probably do. I have a lot of stuff since I just moved here like about a year and a half ago. I have a lot of things in storage, so I
Okay.
probably do. I think my first action figure was one of those DC, Batman figures. But my first Marvel Legend I still have on the shelf right here. It's this one. He's it's the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man from 2014.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
yeah, so I
Okay.
got
Is that a Marvel Legend?
yeah, it's a Marvel Legend. This is the Andrew
Okay.
Garfield Marvel Legend from Amazing Spider-Man 2. So
Very nice. Yeah.
yeah, he
And
was a good. It was a good figure at the time, but now they're making the new one, so you know.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's nice that to see how toys came a long way in terms of the improvements. Yeah,
Yeah,
and the
absolutely.
articulation and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Um, so what is your latest figure? Do you have any?
my latest figure. Yes, I do have it. Let me. It's right here. All right.
Okay.
It is. It's this one. It's the Marvel Legends Havoc.
Oh, how about? Mm.
Yeah. So.
I've been thinking of getting that. I like the power effects that it came with. I
Yep.
thought it was cool.
That's the exact reason why I bought it. So this effect is his effect, and it plugs into the back right here. It looks pretty good, honestly. I like the way it looks.
Yeah.
And he has the ones
Do you
for his
have
hair.
the
What was that?
Yeah, do you have the other Havoc
No,
figure?
this is my first one.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I wanted
I
the one
imagine
from.
that
Oh, sorry. You
the,
go.
the two pack. No, I'm
Yeah,
sorry, I'm sorry. Yeah, go ahead. The two
yeah,
pack,
yeah.
yeah?
The one from the 2-pack with Polaris. I wanted that one, but now it's super expensive. You know.
Oh, okay. You
Yeah.
didn't
So
get it when it first came out. Mm.
yeah, it's super expensive now. But I really got this for the effects. Like I like this effect.
Yeah.
Maybe I could almost use it kinda for Magneto or Professor X
Or
kinda. You could use
Polaris.
it. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That's true. Yeah. Fun fact about you. I think you live with you are um, situated the same with where Kamala Khan is, correct? From
What do
Jersey
you?
City?
Oh well, I
Miss
was
Marvel,
actually
yeah?
I was born in Jersey City actually, but I live
Okay.
in New Jersey, so yeah, that's still yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, is Jersey City different from New Jersey or is it the same?
Yes,
It's
it's
the same,
different.
yeah?
Well, Jersey City is in New Jersey. It's a city in New Jersey.
Okay. Oh, gotcha,
Yeah.
gotcha. So have you watched Miss Marvel?
I only watched the first episode. I only watched the first episode. I,
Okay.
I
You
haven't been
haven't
caught up.
finished it? Why?
What was that?
I mean, you haven't finished it? Why?
I first of all, when it came out, I went on vacation the next week
Okay.
and I missed the episodes and then I was like, I'll get back to it. Just never got back to it. And then all of a sudden I got spoiled online, so I know what happens in it at the end
Yeah.
where
Okay.
she's a
Yeah.
mutant. So,
Yeah.
it's
Not. Mhm.
yeah. It's interesting.
What do you call it?
What?
Yeah, she's a mutant instead of what's this again? Uh, what's the other?
Inhuman? Or
Inhuman. Yeah, yeah. She's supposed to be an inhuman, right? And then yeah,
that's
she's
what
a
I
mutant
think.
eventually.
Yeah, that's what I think it is, but I'm not entirely sure. I don't know that much about Miss Marvel. I don't have a figure of Miss Marvel yet, so you know, I
Okay.
gotta get.
Okay.
But I liked the first episode. Like the
Yeah.
first episode wasn't bad. I thought it was pretty good. It was better than I thought it was. Well, than I thought it would be. So yeah, it wasn't too bad.
Yeah. Okay.
Did you watch it? Did you watch all of it?
Yeah, I finished it. Yeah, I did.
Did you
So,
think it was good?
it, yeah, it is good. It happened in New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I was thinking, well, I think if I ever go to New York or to the U.S., I might go to where the spots or the scenes were taken in Miss Marvel, and just be in that place would be, I think it'd be awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I have another question with you. Is there any characters you wish that toy companies would make?
Mm. Well, since I know you're into X-Men, and there's an X-Men character that I really want them to make. They they made it a long time ago, but it's the Banshee from the giant
Yeah.
size.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I,
If
I totally
Hasbro
agree with you.
yeah, if Hasbro can make one, a Banshee, that would that's one I really want to get for the collection. So, yeah, and there's a few others from the movie, like movie figures that I want them to be made, but that's one of my high lists on the
Okay.
top part.
Yeah. I wish if they make the Banshee figure, I wish they learn from what they made from the Siren figure. Like maybe
Hmm.
they can tweak a little bit in terms of the how the cape comes out. Yeah,
Yeah.
I wish they fixed on that one.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
No, I was just saying like that siren
Say again,
figure.
sorry.
No, I was just saying that siren figure. Like I don't think I didn't get it because she doesn't even have a screaming head. She doesn't scream like Banshee. She doesn't come with it, so
Yeah.
it's not right. But what are you gonna do?
Yeah. She. I mean, Hasbro should start, making some alternate heads, you know.
Yeah, yeah. That's the thing. Like it's just like they know we want Banshee, so they give us that one first, so we can buy that one because not the one we really really want, and then later they'll give us Banshee that we really want, and then we ended up
I
paying
know.
two figures. That's how it
Well,
is.
I hope, yes, maybe they're trying to test the waters with Siren, and then see the reactions from, from us toy collectors, and maybe they improve on the next one, which is really good.
Yeah.
It saves us the money buying Siren. Do you have Siren with you?
Nah, I don't. I didn't. I only have from that wave. I only have the Havoc. So
Ah, okay,
yeah, that
okay,
was the only one I got, and I actually bought him like a couple days ago, 2 days ago. So
okay. Yeah. I wanted to ask you as well. Did you encounter any problem in terms of the toy collecting hobby? Like,
do you mean like with other people or?
um, in general, maybe. Do you have any?
well, well, like in general, as like the figures, or like, do you like have
Yeah, but
like
because one
yeah?
of my guests he mentioned about people the scalpers, and then also people who buy I mean several, not just two. They buy like maybe four sets of a certain figure, and then
Mhm.
they keep it for themselves, and then they sell it in on Facebook Market and stuff like that. So yeah, do you encounter those things as well?
A lot, especially because I like going to the stores and I like to hunt for the figures. I like seeing them in person instead of ordering online. So
That's true. Yeah.
a lot of times when I go, you know, I go when the store opens and stuff like that so I could get it. And there's a lot of other collectors there. And there's a few times where, there's only like three figures left and there's like four collectors, including me.
Right.
And
Right.
and it gets a little bit I don't know.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of
You have
conflict
to
there.
fight for it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah. So you have
it's what?
I mean you are in that situation most often or
Well, ever since I feel like since COVID, like in the beginning when COVID-19 happened, the figures were like it was really like, I don't know if you know about the GI Joe classified. You know the GI Joe figures.
Yeah,
The
yeah, from Hasbro, right?
yeah. Those were really hard to get because they were Target exclusives. They were the store exclusives, and they were coming out
Okay.
around the time of COVID started, and it was like all these things, and there was like all these restrictions, and it was hard to tell which ones they had in the store. And I would, I had a couple times where I was able to see the figure and I wasn't able to get it because someone else beat me to it. And,
Oh, yeah.
it's there was a few times, where it just came close, and I like got into arguments with people with
Oh,
with the
really?
figures. Yeah. Yeah, it happens. Like there's a lot of crazy people out there that, I don't know. It gets
Yeah.
crazy when you toy hunt. So,
And I think and I think they're not even, maybe the genuine type of collectors.
hmm
Maybe they are just after for the money,
yep,
actually.
yeah,
It happens. So yeah, it's a terrible thing that that we encounter as collectors. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. I'm interested with your toy photography and your style of doing your toy photography. And can you expound on a little on that?
Well, I first, you know, I didn't really get serious into toy photography until I got a photo light box, and that
Okay.
box, yeah, it has light on the top, and it has like reflections on the side, so you could get all the light, onto the subject, onto the figure. And
Yeah.
that was when that was the first time I was able to actually, take decent looking photos with good lighting. And that was in 2019, actually. And I got that as a gift. And ever since then, I kind of just been learning, watching other people do, other pictures, learning how they do it. And then also, putting my own stuff. Like I got this really powerful light. I could bring it over.
Okay.
This light is what I use. It's a really powerful, like LED kind of light, and I use it for a
I
lot of
think
my
you
pictures.
use that in your Eternals, right?
Yep. Yeah. I did. I
Yeah,
showed that
I
on my
saw that.
TikTok or in my
Yeah,
Instagram
you
reel.
did.
Yeah,
You did.
and that helps a lot. I did that helps. Like if I was to use it with this havoc, it would look really good because
Okay.
the light will
Yeah.
shine through. The effect. And I also started making some of my own diorama pieces. I don't think I
Yeah.
have them. I don't think I have them here, but this is just a little barrel, like a little can. I
Okay.
This was actually like a little, like for little kids. It's like slime in here, and I bought it
Oh,
for my little
yeah.
sister, and I took the can and I painted it gray so it could look like a
Yeah.
real oil can, and I
Yeah.
added some wash and stuff to it. So
That's very nice. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I
Have
used
you
that.
done any?
Yeah, and
So do you prefer doing an outdoor photography or I mean, yeah.
I I I really like, honestly, it's about the same. Recently I've been doing a lot of outdoor because it's the summer, summertime, and the sun
Yeah.
is a lot stronger, it looks a lot better. But when it comes to winter, I like doing indoors only if there's like snow. If there's snow sometimes I like doing pictures with the snow. It's kind of cool, but I still do a few inside ones. I really use like lights like this and the props and stuff for
Yeah.
indoors. When it comes to
Yeah.
outdoors, I don't use as many props or special, you know, little little tools and stuff. So yeah,
Yeah.
I think outdoors for now though is more enjoyable because you get to capture, figures in like a real, it's almost like you get to
Natural
capture.
light as well.
Yeah. You know,
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw the picture I did with Namor coming out of the water. I have a picture of Namor with the with Shuri, all the people from Black Panther, and it's in.
Yeah, I think I saw that.
Yeah, that one I really like because it's not just the figures, it's also the background that I was able to,
Yeah.
take a picture of the lake and all the water and stuff like that, all the natural stuff. So I like doing that.
So that's outdoor. Did you do that outdoor?
Yeah.
So you mean to say you have a lake in your area?
Yeah,
Wow,
I have
that's
a
awesome.
lake near my area, and I rode my bike, around the lake. I brought my camera and my stuff with me, and then I went and took the picture, and I think it came out pretty well, and a lot of people seem to
Yeah,
like
I
it.
think it did.
Yeah.
I remember seeing that. So wow, you have a nice community. Yeah, maybe when I go there, I maybe you show me around
Yeah,
around
yeah,
your community. Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
you'll probably take
I
some
just moved here,
pictures
so
with.
I've been here for only a year and a half, but it's a real blessing. I really like, it's a really nice place, especially to take pictures. There's a lot of nature around, so that's good.
Yeah, right. Okay. Yeah, people are joining in.
Hmm.
Thank you guys for joining in. Yeah, if you have some questions, maybe you can just click on that question mark arrow. I mean question mark icon, and we'll try to answer your questions if you have any. Okay. So what else do you do aside from? I mean, what are your other socials that you have? I think you mentioned about TikTok.
Yeah, so I actually just opened my TikTok 4 days ago now. It was
Oh, okay.
yeah, and I've actually it's been doing pretty well. A lot of people from Instagram followed me on that, so it's
That's good.
I really like it so far. It's a good way to kind of because my Instagram I like just posting usually just the pictures,
Yeah.
but on TikTok I could like do the behind the scenes, make a nice video where it's fast and little clips. And then also like when I go to the store and I see the figures, like those are the kind of TikToks that I've been making. And
Right. Right.
I also have a YouTube channel. They're all under Marbletron under the same name. And my
Same
YouTube
name.
channel, I have a few reviews on there. Um, I only did reviews when I got a figure like early, recent where there weren't that many reviews. So that's when I would make a
Exactly.
video. So I did a review on some of the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse wave that came out a year ago, a couple of years
Mm.
ago, and the Disney Plus wave with you know the new Captain America, Scarlet Witch. I did that video
Right.
and they did pretty well on YouTube. They got quite a bit of views. So, but now I'm trying to get back into
Right.
it. I think I was gonna try to make a video later about the new. I don't know if you saw the new Ghost Rider figure that Hasbro showed.
Yeah, I saw in your story.
Yeah, yeah. So I
That's
posted
good.
that.
That's
Yeah,
feature.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I posted that on my story, and I was thinking I should make a YouTube video, with some of my commentary on it or what I think, what I think they're gonna
Mm.
do, with other Ghost Rider figures and stuff like that. So, I'm trying to get back
Oh,
more into
so
YouTube.
so you wanted to uh describe. I mean, if a new toy is being introduced, so you kind of wanted to describe it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, for your YouTube. Okay. Okay. Have you seen the Mesco Ghost Rider?
yes, yes. It looks very good.
And that's like pretty pricey, right? 250 bucks, I think.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
very expensive. I don't have any Mescos. They're too expensive for me. And honestly, most of them to me, I don't think all of them look very good. Like I like the Ghost Rider and I like the Gambit they made. I like, you know, I even kind of like the new Spider-Man that's coming out, but some of the
Yeah.
other ones they're just not that appealing to me. Do you have any Mescos?
Yeah, I do have Mescos. I counted just this morning. I have 6 of them.
Oh wow.
Cyclops, Gambit, Doctor Fate, Daredevil, Old Man Logan, I think. Yeah.
Mm.
And what's the other one? Uh, just, hold on. Oh, Captain America. Yeah.
Mm.
I
I
have a
like that
problem
Old
with
Man
my
Logan.
Daredevil. Yeah,
Yeah.
with the Hulk baby, baby Hulk.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's nice. His
I
head
like that.
sculpt is good.
Yep, it is. I have a problem with my Daredevil Mesco. It's the material that was used um, seems to flake off.
Mm.
So that's the problem. I'm I'm trying to observe the material for Gambit and for Old Man Logan, and it's still holding on. I don't see any wear, so I'm glad that maybe they improved the material that they used. So that's good.
Yeah, that's another thing because the cloth goods, they're not. Some of them might not last, that long
Hmm.
before they
Especially the
deteriorate.
pleather. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, the
the
pleather. Yeah.
pleather that they use.
Hmm.
Yep. So your collection mainly revolves around Marvel Legend, correct? Like
Yep.
Hasbro. Okay, okay. What else do you have? Do you have GI Joe as well? Did you
Yeah.
mention?
So I
You mentioned
got
it.
some. Yeah, I got some of my GI Joes behind me, but I also have some Star Wars right here at the bottom, sort of right here.
Okay, the Black Series is correct.
Yep. But I really only
Okay.
collect from the Mandalorian TV show. I really like the TV show, so I get all of
Oh,
them,
yeah.
most from there. So yeah.
I remember I pre-ordered Obi-Wan.
Mm,
Obi-Wan, yep.
yeah. That.
Okay.
What do you think? You
Yeah.
watched the show?
Yes, I did. I finished it. I liked it. I want more. In fact, have you?
Yeah, it was pretty good. I liked it. Yeah.
Yeah, it was. It was. It was. It was. Um, so, any future plans? Are you expanding in your toy collection, or are you slowing down? Tell me,
I
tell me, tell me about.
yeah, I definitely think I'm not gonna expand much more because first of all, space, not that much
Yeah,
space.
the common dilemma. Yeah, the common
Yeah.
dilemma. Yeah, the
And
space.
second, Hasbro, they keep on making the same figures but slightly better and better. And
Yeah,
and they're like slight variations, and it's like how much more could I get? And now the big thing is pinless. They want to do all the figures
yeah,
pinless.
the fullest technology. Yeah,
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 and
that's
like
true.
it does make a big difference, but eventually they're just gonna redo my entire collection pinless. Eventually,
Yeah, yeah,
and when it comes to Spider-Man, the newest Spider-Man figures, they they're the newest one, the newest best one is pinless. It has toe articulation, has all these things. But I know
yeah.
that once that's all done, let me get a Spider-Man right here.
Okay.
The next thing that they're gonna do, I'm calling it right now because everyone thinks that this new Spider-Man figure that's coming out is gonna be the best, but they're gonna make a new one with instead of the painted web lines, they're gonna do the sculpted web lines,
Oh,
and
okay.
that's how they're gonna make it better and better because they're always every time they come out with a new figure, it's never perfect because there's always one flaw that they could fix so they can make the next version. You
Yeah,
know?
and then buy this. They
Yeah,
want us to basically spend some more on buying them. Yeah, just a little improvement which they could have incorporated in the previous release
yeah,
of a certain figure. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Well, it's business. At the end of the day, it's all business. So
yeah,
yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, honestly, like, you know, I'm just a lot of people, complain a lot. I mean, I don't like it. I think it sucks that we got to keep rebuying, but at the same time, I could just say I'm just not going to buy anymore. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be like,
Yeah.
this is my Spider-Man, my best Spider-Man of the classic, classic Spider-Man. I'm not going to buy anymore. So
Yep.
what I've been saying is, like, for most of the figures in the collection, like most of the obscure more characters like Spider-Man villains and stuff, some of those, I won't buy any new versions of those. I'll just keep the ones I have. Only select characters, if they make new ones, I'll buy them, you know? And
Okay.
I was even thinking of selling some of my characters, because, you know, the symbiotes for Spider-Man, I don't know if I really want that or need that in my collection anymore, because I'm not going to be able to complete the team. And if I'm not going to be able to
Hmm.
complete it, I feel like I don't need it. So,
That's true. Um, So, with this, Hasbro coming up with, the pinless technology and improving the paint jobs on their figures, with the same character. So, are you considering to sell? I mean, you mentioned that you're eventually going to sell some of those. So, for example, I think it would be wise to sell off your Spider-Man and probably get the improved Spider-Man. So yeah, that could be an option for us collectors, but like you said, it has to stop at a certain point and make this like for example make this pen as your definitive pen and stop buying. Yeah,
yeah.
that'll
And that's the thing. Like, especially on social media, everyone wants to push it, be like, ah, look at this brand new Spider-Man, and then, like, you see all the pictures and it makes you want it. You're like, oh my
yeah,
gosh, what do I do? It's like,
yeah, the group's better. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, it sucks to that we encounter those things. Okay, let me just check if I still have more questions for you. By the way, thank you for for answering my questions. It's really so every time every time I have a guest and I ask the same questions, I sort of get a distinctive response from each and every one. So it the responses varies, to be honest. It's the same question, but your answers to those questions really varies, and it's very unique. So those are my takeaway in doing this IG lives with you guys,
mhm.
getting your insights and stuff like that. So I really do appreciate that.
Yeah. Thank you, man. Like, I
Uh,
appreciate it.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Also, I wanted to know. So, what's the impact of toys to you in a personal way, if any?
Well, I, I kind of, I see do you know Ryan and Dwight? The people that do the marketing for Hasbro's, that do the live streams. Those
Yeah, yeah.
that do the
I only
reveals.
Yes, that's true. Yeah. What's his name? Tan something.
Yeah, Dan
The
Yoon.
Asian guy. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Like, I
yeah.
see those people, like, with those kind of jobs, and I like, I kind of that's a kind of job that I would want to have when I'm older, when I, graduate from college. That's the kind of job I would like to, be in, working for Hasbro, and, doing something that I love, because I love figures and I love Marvel.
That's
I love
yeah,
I love all that stuff. So, like, it's kind of impacted the way I want my career, to go. You know, when I was,
yeah,
growing up, uh, I still kind of, I'm into engineering, and I'm into, mathematics and stuff like that. But, I
okay,
really been looking into marketing and stuff like that, because of what I know about, the product of,
mhm,
figures. And I feel like
yeah,
that would be a happy career for me, career path. So,
yeah. Well, maybe you can do both. You can be on the engineering part,
Yeah,
engineering side of coming up with this toy figures in terms of technology and as well as marketing. Who knows? You never know.
yeah.
Yeah, I
Hopefully,
think
I mean,
I think that's cool.
yeah. Thanks.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah,
it
yeah,
really
that's
has
cool.
impacted me because it takes up, especially with the photography, it takes time. Especially like I've been doing it
Mm,
for years, 4 or 5 years now,
okay,
and that I've learned a lot through figures. Like I learned a lot about photography itself because I was never into photography
yeah,
until I started getting the figures and seeing other people do these pictures. I'm like, wow, that's so cool.
that's true.
It's like capturing a comic book. It's like doing exactly
Yeah,
what's in the movie. Like when I create like a display or a setup for my figure photography, it's like making a movie. It's like setting up the set and getting the lighting right. And I just always find that pretty cool. So that
that's true. Yeah. Yeah, and anything that we do over time, like we do several times, and we perfect it at some point. So
yeah,
yeah, I didn't expect that answer from you. How toys impacted your personal life. So that's like I said, every answer to my question is really different, and I appreciate your answer to be honest. And I haven't really thought of that. So yeah, yeah. I mean, it's good. It's good. It's good that it has influenced even your the career path you want to take. So that's really good. Yep.
yeah.
And yeah, in terms of toy photography, we wanted to improve ourselves with what we do. So that's another point. Yeah, it's very nice. Good answer. Thank you, man. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm sure you watch several toy reviewers. Like, do you have any favorite? Who is your go-to toy reviewer?
I would say, well, my favorite of all time is Shartimus Prime
I knew you
because
would say that.
yeah, Shartimus Prime.
Mhm.
I've watched him since I was really little. Like I would always watch his toy reviews because before I was collecting Marvel Legends, I also collected Transformers. I had a
Okay.
few Transformers, and he's into Transformers, and he would do reviews on those. And I I always looked up to him and like as like you know almost like as a he was like a celebrity to me, and he still is. He's still really popular.
That's true. That's true.
And
Yeah.
I actually, my friend went to New York where Shartimus Prime came to a comic book store and was doing signings and selling his merchandise.
Wow.
And I wasn't
Okay.
able to make it. I was gonna go there, but I was sick. I think I had the flu at the time, and I didn't get to meet him. I wanted to meet him, but my friend was there, and he FaceTimed Shartimus Prime, and I was able to talk to him on the phone. And I was like, "Oh,
Wow.
Shartimus." Yeah, I was like, "Shartimus, I'm a really big fan. I've been watching your videos since I was 8 years old." And he was really nice and always really cool. And I really, I really, it was a really
Oh,
big thing for me, to actually talk to him for the first time on the phone. So that's why I think he's
yeah.
really cool, and I have a lot of respect, for Shartimus Prime because a lot of people don't.
That's
A, yeah, a lot of people make fun of him, saying that a lot of people make fun of him because he's the most popular. When you're the most popular,
yeah.
people are
Yeah.
gonna hate. And I still think he's a great toy reviewer and a really cool person. So, yeah.
Yeah, he is. He is. Yeah. Yeah, I used to watch him in back in 2016 because I really want to get his insight on a specific toy line. Yeah. He actually influenced me on my buying decisions. So yeah, he is also my go-to. Apart from other toy reviewers, I don't know if you've heard about Talker Art. Is also
Mm.
is a cool guy. I really like him. Anthony
Yeah.
Hopkins as well. There's a lot, yeah, Foosh, De Rivera, Toy Galaxy, MCU Collector, JC, and stuff like that. X Money 87.
I
The
actually
Amazing.
well,
Yeah.
sorry to interrupt you, but I
Anytime.
when I talked to Shartimus on the phone, X Manny was with him too, so I got to talk to X Manny too, X Manny 87.
All
So
right.
yeah, so I got to talk to them both, and that's how they followed me. I told them I was like, "Yo, you should follow me on Instagram. I do toy photography on there. You guys should check it out." And they checked it out and they followed me. So that's how that happened.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's good. And also, I saw your profile. Hasbro Pulse is following you. Did you know
Oh
that?
yeah, yeah, I did. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
Wow.
I was
Maybe.
really surprised. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's a good perhaps I don't know, maybe a ticket for you to, to speak to them and maybe get a job.
yeah.
Work for them, I don't know, in the future. Yeah.
Yeah, man. When that happened, I was so shocked. All of a sudden, I was just on Instagram. I was walking out of school, and I was just all of a sudden I get the notification. I got a new follower, and I went to go see who it was, and it was Hasbro. I was like, oh my gosh,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, that's good. Um I posted I have a post actually. I posted this guy and along with what's his name again? Nimrod and I think it was from the House of X and Powers of X, the first wave of that comic book. So they have so I posted that like um, what call this? I tried to copy the evolution of men. You know you know they were as when like they like walking like
Yeah,
this,
yeah,
and
yeah.
then you would see the evolution. And then I remember, I don't know if you know Ryan Ting. Ryan Ting
Yes.
is one of the yeah the guys in Hasbro
Hmm.
who does the I think the design and the marketing of the figures. So he commented on that, and then he was saying that it's that Sentinel post that I did. He mentioned that it's going to be more bigger, and then I just realized that he was talking about the uh, um, I forgot what they call it.
The HasLab Sentinel.
Haslab, yeah, the Haslab Sentinel. And then they
Yeah.
came up with that Haslab Sentinel, and then just realized, this is what Ryan King was talking about.
Oh wow,
So yeah,
wow.
and yeah, it was. I was also, happy when he followed me and he commented on one of my posts. It's like, wow, okay, that's cool.
Yeah, that's and that's funny because I remember when that came. I have the. Do you have the HasLab Sentinel?
No, I didn't. It's too pricey for me, to be honest.
I
Yeah,
I got it.
so I didn't get that.
I actually got one. I I don't know how. I just you know I actually I saved up a lot of money from because I sold a lot of my old some of my old figures when I was moving, and that's how I was able to afford it. But I think it's definitely worth the price. I have it right here. It's huge though.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you enjoy it. You
Yeah.
enjoy that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I have a good friend in New York City, and he's so kind enough to sell to me that extra head for Master Mold. So
Oh
yeah, he sold that to me, and I'm just grateful that he sold that to me. Yeah, and I'm just waiting to have it shipped to me, or maybe I can fly to New York City, within the year to get all my stuff from him because I
oh
ordered. I mean, he basically buys stuff for me. So yeah, I'd just like to, acknowledge him. He's really kind enough to do so for me.
yeah.
Okay, what else? Yeah, I'd like to ask about, the toy community. Um, do you have, I mean, um, does it make you touch base with other toy collectors within your area? And then do you like do meetups and stuff like that?
Yeah, actually, I have when uh, back when it was back to 2019. In
Yeah.
2019, that was when Avengers Endgame came out, and that was when this figure came out, the worthy Captain America from Endgame,
Yeah. Okay.
and it was a
In
really hard
Endgame, yeah.
figure. It was really hard to get because it was a Walmart store exclusive. So um, I had such a hard time finding it that I started scouring, Instagram looking for people that lived in my area. And do you know Toy Shiz? Do you know Toy Shiz on Instagram?
Yeah. I think so. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So a
Toshi's.
lot,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, a lot of people tag Toy Shiz, showing what figures they got and where they got it from. So I use that to kind of see if anyone found it in New Jersey. And when people would post, I would follow them first, and then I would say, "Hey, um, do you want to be part of this group chat?" And I created a group chat with a whole bunch of collectors from New Jersey in my area, so we could help each other find stuff. And I still have it today. And
Cool.
through that, I've done a lot of meetups, at toy conventions where I finally meet those people in real life. And then also
Yeah.
when they find a figure, they buy it at the store, and I'm like, oh, I'll meet you, wherever at the store or at your house, whatever, so I can pick it up. I'll give you the money, stuff like that. So that's how I've met a lot of collectors, through
That's nice.
Instagram
Yeah.
in the toy community.
Yeah. That's nice. Well, when I went to New York, I think that was in 2018. When the Psylocke Marvel Legends was very
Yeah.
rare.
Yep.
So firsthand I was able to experience toy hunting, and it was I don't know, it was very exciting at the same time, and most of the time it's frustrating because you end up not finding that figure in Walgreens or whatever. So
Yeah.
I think I asked some of my friends over in Instagram, and they would say, you go to this Walgreens in New York City. Uh, you, I found one, and I believe they have more stuff of the Psylocke
Mhm.
figure. So I think you can go there. So I went, rushing to that place, and then end up not having the Psylocke figure. It was
Ah,
taken by, I was like 5 minutes late or so, with the first guy who was able to get her. So it was kind of frustrating. It is like a rush, but the hype is there, and the excitement, and
yeah.
the reward after that when you finally get the figure. So yeah, it is a rewarding experience as well. It's fun.
Yeah. It definitely it gets frustrating because I would
Yeah,
go to so many stores and not find anything. Especially the worst is when there's a release date and they're supposed to be out and they're not there.
that's true. Yeah, 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 yeah,
I
yeah.
go to
So
Target
do you
because they
also yeah,
what?
speak to like the Target staff, or
Yeah.
and ask them to look back,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, I
you do that.
yeah, I do that all the time. I'm that one annoying collector that always is like, "Oh, here's the code. Can you put it in the system, see
Yes,
if you have
yes,
it?"
yes, 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 yes.
And they never want to go check. They never want to do anything, and then I'm like,
That's true. Yeah.
"Yeah,
Well,
it's
luckily for me, I met this guy. He was very helpful, and he really checked. And I think he even gave me the Magneto figure. But he said it was reserved by a certain person. But yeah, I'll just give it to you if you want it. So you know,
oh wow,
I don't know. Yeah, that was good for me, but I don't know for the other guy. I mean, he might be heartbroken. But yeah.
oh man,
Okay. Do you want to ask any question to me? If you have any question.
yeah." So like, when did you first open your Instagram page? When did you,
Uh, I think that's 2015.
oh
I remember
2015?
it was 2015. Yeah, and my first figure was a Funko Pop no, Beast, but it
Mm.
was a Funko Pop. So yeah,
Do you still buy
but
Funko Pops?
no, I stopped. I stopped unless it's a really it's a favorite. I think they teased one Jubilee Funko Pop, so I'm getting her just to complete my X-Men Funko Pops. But yeah, I stopped collecting them.
Mm.
Yeah, I think I don't know. Maybe Funko Pop collectors would hate me by saying this, but it's a waste of money. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I agree
Yeah,
because I used to have a lot of Funko Pops, but I sold almost all of them because it's just there. You keep them. Really, you should be keeping them in the box because when you take them out, they don't do
yeah.
nothing. And
The
then
value is that.
yeah,
Yeah,
and it was just collecting dust. Just kind of you can't do much with it. So it's just like I sold
yeah,
them off
yeah.
for really cheap too. I just basically gave them away, and it was like But now I have a lot more space. But I also wanted to ask you. I
Hmm.
wanted to ask you during the conversation. Are you interested, or do you already have any of the new Marvel Legends vintage? What is it? The VHS wave, the VHS X Men.
Yeah.
Do you have any of those?
No, I did. I didn't. Well, initially when they revealed it, I wanted to get them. I wanted to complete them, to be honest. Um, what turned me off? Oh, the selling point for me was the VHS type boxes because it's an art box. It's really beautiful. I wanted to get those just for the boxes, to be honest. But it turned me off when they revealed Jean Grey. It's like, oh come on. Um, this is I'm sorry. I mean, people would hate me for saying this, but it was, I think, lazy for Hasbro side to just repaint the same character. I mean, the same mold. They just repainted it. I would appreciate if they had like improved it in terms of you know, the head sculpt, the face paint. If they could have like at least improved on that, I mean, I would really buy them. But yeah, I scrapped the idea of buying or completing them. But I'm um, I'm intrigued with Morph, with the Morph figure. I think I
So
want to
am I.
get him. I think I
Yeah.
want to get him. Yeah, Morph. Yeah, I've seen some photos in Instagram, and Morph it really looks good. I think I want to get him. So that's basically what I'm gonna get. Just Morph.
You, you know,
How about you?
yeah, I was thinking like, the same thing with Morph. I wanted to get him because they haven't made him. But at the same time, knowing Hasbro, I'm like, are they just are they waiting to make a regular morph without the cell shaded look, without the VHS, and that'll come later? Should I just wait
Yeah,
for
that's
that one?
true.
And
Yeah,
I'm like, dang. And what if it comes with more alternate heads, like more shape shifting type accessories and stuff, you
that's
know.
true. Yep, yep. Do
So
you
that's
know
that.
if it comes with several head sculpts?
Yeah, I know that, but it doesn't
Yeah.
come with.
How many head?
I think it
Sorry, go
comes.
ahead.
I think it. I only remember seeing like one or two. Like just I think like an angry looking, not well like mean looking head and a neutral one.
Was
But
it the evil one?
yeah, the
Was it
evil
the
being.
evil? Yeah, the one with black rings on his eyes. Was it?
Yeah, I don't remember. I just remember the figure looking good. Like they use the same jacket as like Cyclops. It looked.
Yeah. But
I
they
like.
use the pinless technology, right? Which
Yes,
looks amazing.
that's another thing too. You notice that his legs, they're a whole new sculpt now instead of
Yeah.
having. Hold on, let me see if I find.
The buck, is it the buck mold or something? The one they use
It's
with Cyclops.
yeah. You see this? How these are loose. You see this?
Yeah. Sure.
Now with the new morph,
Yeah.
they're stuck. They don't move no
Wow.
more. So
They
they're
like
gonna
glue.
make a new Cyclops with those new legs.
Yeah. That's true.
So
Yeah, most likely they'd create maybe even what's his name again? Havoc. Maybe they'll make him with the bomber jacket
yeah,
with that new technology. Yeah,
yep,
it's crazy.
yeah.
Yep. Anything else you want to ask me? Is there anything else you
Do
want to
you
know?
get any other like? Do you collect any other kind of Marvel Legends or besides X-Men or?
Um, no, I sold most of my Marvel Legends, but I did um hold on, let me just show you my shelf. Can you see my shelf?
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
so I did keep the Pizza Spider-Man and Gwen Stacy
Mm.
and yeah, that one. So these are all my Marvel Legends at the moment, just X-Men and stuff. What else? Yeah, I think it's on the other side. Hold on, let me see. Okay, it's kind of dark. Hold on. I don't know if you can see it. So these
Yeah,
are the ones that are left.
I can
My
see.
villains. Can you see it?
Yeah, I can see.
Yeah, I
Nice.
have some Star Wars. But I think that's about it, to be honest. Yeah, but that's my favorite. Can you see Iron Man?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
Oh
He's my
yeah. That
favorite.
I love that figure. That's the
Yeah,
best
and
Iron Man.
yeah, Spider Woman. I just kept her because it's nice. That's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, even
Oh, you have
is
Icarus.
yeah, I have him, but that's the SH figure arts. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Did you like the
and
Eternals movie?
I did like it.
I
How about
liked it a
you?
lot. I
Yeah,
actually
I
think
like
it's one of my favorites.
yeah. I've seen this Eternals versus the X-Men. I think
Mm.
it's in the comic book.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, that will be interesting, to find them in MCU.
I think the movie is a lot better than what people say. A lot of people don't like the Eternals movie, but I think I honestly think
Mhm.
it's definitely one of the best movies for Phase Four, the newest Marvel movies. But I also think it's just
Yeah.
one of the best, because it felt different. It didn't really, it was more like a science fiction movie instead of
Yeah.
Marvel, and I like that about it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, what started everything. So, yeah,
Yeah.
learning that the mutants are actually deviants.
Hmm.
So that is like, it's mind-boggling. It's like, wow, yeah, it could be right that mutants are, deviants. Yeah. So have you watched all the MCU movies? The Phase 4, is it Phase 4? Yeah.
Yeah, I've
What's the
watched all
last
the
movie
movies.
you watched?
Yeah.
Okay, you did watch all the movies. So did you like them?
I, I a lot of them, like, I didn't like Black Widow. I thought was okay. Shang-Chi I thought was okay. I really didn't like Thor Love and Thunder.
Oh yeah, yeah, I know.
You watched Thor Love and Thunder?
Eh, yeah, I did watch it. I did watch it. Um, but I don't know how. I mean, it's probably the kids will enjoy it because the
Yeah.
kids literally shine on some of the scenes.
Yeah.
So, and then they say that Thor is actually a funny hero, but
Yeah.
I think it got to a point that it's overly done.
Yep.
So yeah. How about you? What can you say about it?
Yeah. I thought it was way too funny. I thought it was way too short, and it was happening. Everything was way too
Mm,
fast. Nothing was taken seriously, and it was really disappointing because I feel like they had the story, like they had the outline. They just needed like they had all the tools, but they didn't make anything of it. You know,
Yeah. And then
it was
even Mighty Thor is kind of rushed for me, I think.
yeah.
Yeah, but would you be down to have a solo movie for Jane Foster? I mean, would you like
If
Marvel to do that?
if they if they do it right, like honestly, like this new phase, it's been a lot of just okay movies, and now like they're making everyone have a
Yeah, that's
TV
true.
show. It's like everyone has a TV show now. Even Agatha Harkness is getting a TV show, and
Yeah, even Groot.
yeah, even Groot.
He has a. Have you watched Groot?
Yeah, I watched that. I watched I'm Groot. Yeah,
Yeah, it's like five episodes and 4 minutes long each, right?
yeah. That was actually it was nice. Like it's for kids, but
Yes,
but it's
it
like
is. It is.
it's a lot of content coming out though. It's so much.
Yeah,
It's
that's true. Uh, yeah, you're right about that. The recent movies that were like kind of okay movies, it didn't reach the level of Avengers, Endgame, and But I'm really looking forward when they start introducing back Fantastic Four and yeah, the mutants. I'm imagining that when they start injecting these characters one by one, and maybe it'll pick up, and perhaps it'll level up with how the Avengers were um, uh, how they were appreciated by fans.
mm,
I
yeah,
kind of miss that. I kind of miss that moment.
yeah. You saw Doctor Strange, right? The new Doctor Strange.
Yeah, I did. With Wanda, right? Oh
What did you
no, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, what do you
Sorry.
think about John Krasinski as Mr. Fantastic? What do you think about him as
When hearing about the rumors, John Krasinski and his wife,
hmm
to be Mr. Fantastic and Invisible Woman. I kind of got excited because I think they fit the role. They would look good in those character, but in the movie, it was sort of like a fan service. It's like maybe the Kevin Feige and the people behind the movie was like, oh, the fans would like to see these actors to be playing this character, so maybe let's just give them what they want and let's
yeah,
because I don't because I wouldn't really expect him to return as Mr. Fantastic in future, Fantastic Four movies because they killed him off. So I don't know. Personally, he's been killed off in that scene. So seeing him to come back in a solo Fantastic Four movie would be I don't know.
I
Maybe
feel
it's
like
fine if he comes back. How about you?
yeah, I think if they bring him back, it's like it's gonna be confusing for most people, like normal
Yeah,
normal
that's true.
Marvel viewers too, like and
Yeah.
also I just think he doesn't look the part for Mr. Fantastic. Like he's a little bit more
Okay.
he's more bulky instead of he should be skinny and slender and you know that
Yeah, do you prefer the first
yes, I do actually.
actor?
Yeah, I like
Oh,
from
okay.
the 2000, not from the 2015 one, but from the early 2000s Fantastic Four.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
I
And even
actually like
Jessica Alba. Yeah,
yeah, with Jessica Alba. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I
But
think
do you
he
like
was
Human Torch?
what?
Do you like Human Torch? Chris Evans
Chris
as
Evans.
a
Yeah.
Human Torch?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
you like
I
him?
thought he was a good Human Torch, but I
Yeah,
also think
me
that
too.
what was I gonna say? Oh, that imagine if they had that guy from the first Fantastic Four come in and Doctor Strange instead of John Krasinski.
Yeah, you're right.
What that would have
You're
been
right.
cool to see. That would have been cool,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
they didn't do
Yeah,
that.
so yeah, it felt like it was a fan service, total fan service. Like
Yeah.
people wanted him to be Mr. Fantastic. So let's give them that. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I
it
think
was
I think someone else is gonna. I think they're gonna make someone else play him for the Fantastic Four movie. They're gonna choose someone else,
yeah,
not Krasinski. So
yeah, yeah. Okay, so have you watched the Marvel series?
yeah,
Like
except
from
for I haven't watched Miss Marvel, and
okay,
well, I watched She Hulk. I watched the first episode of She Hulk, but the rest I
yeah,
watched.
okay. I haven't watched yet. Yeah, I haven't watched She-Hulk yet. Yeah,
Hmm.
I'll be looking forward to watching that. So from the series that they have done, can you rate which one is your like maybe top five?
Yeah, so the one I like the most is Loki. I like Loki the most, and then I like Moon Knight,
Yeah.
and then
Okay.
I would say What If is honestly the third one. What If? Those
Okay.
are like my top three, but the
Okay.
rest of them are kind of all the same to me.
Okay. There's one message here from Mark Anthony Polo. He said, I liked how they had the comic costumes because X-Men changed their comic costumes. I think he's talking about Mr. Fantastic. I liked how they had the comic costumes because X-Men changed their comic costumes.
Is he? I liked because
Okay. I think we were talking about, let's
oh, he
see.
says from the movies.
Yeah, from the movies because X-Men changed their comic costumes.
I think he's talking about the Fox movies, how they changed them, you know, from their
Yeah.
each movie. Yeah, but I agree because but some of the costumes from the X Men movies were like a little bit plain when they had the all black, you know. But
Yes, it was all black.
yeah,
But I don't really blame Brian Singer or whoever's
yeah,
the one who designed the costume because uh, the one in X-Men the animated series they were like bright greens, bright yellows, bright blues and stuff like that.
yeah,
So um, maybe it looked goofy when they had to translate it in in a proper costume for a
yeah,
human being, so
yeah.
it wouldn't translate as much as in the cartoons. Oh, he was Mark Anthony said I was referring about the Fantastic Four.
Mhm.
Uh, yeah, that's I like that. You have it. Yeah,
But
yeah, I thought so. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
How excited are we for the Agatha Harkness series? Someone said. Oh, not. I'm honestly not
Yeah.
very excited. Yeah. Uh,
Was it Agatha Harkness? I think they changed the title. It's not Agatha Harkness series.
it's Agatha House of Hark. I don't know.
House
It,
of something. Yeah,
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 but I'm not too
yeah.
excited. I didn't think she was a great villain in WandaVision. I thought she was just like just okay. I
Yeah,
didn't.
and maybe and I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Agatha was they didn't really um I think what sparked for her a solo series was during the WandaVision. They said maybe it's a potential to make a separate series for her, but yeah, if I'm excited, I'm not excited, but if they do come up with the series, I'll give it a shot and probably watch it and let's see what she has.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch at least the first episode, see how it is, and but I just think I don't think they could do that much to make her a likable character. That's just what
Yeah.
I'm about. Oh,
Okay,
he said
fair. Maybe she will be linked to Fantastic Four movies minus John Krasinski. Ah, okay.
that could
Okay.
be it.
Yeah, yeah, but I'm not familiar with the relationship with Fantastic Four.
I
But
would
yeah,
think
I
I would
mean,
think it would have to do more with Doctor Strange maybe because she's a sorcerer too, sort of. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you know how at the end of
Yeah.
Doctor Strange, he went, they were going back to the dark dimension or whatever. I don't know if it has to do with that, but or
Okay.
maybe it's a
Yeah.
way, maybe it's a way to bring Wanda back to life because she dies at the end of Doctor Strange. Maybe like
Yes.
she dies,
Yeah.
but maybe that's a way they could bring her back.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. And there are some, there are some people who actually paid attention to the movie that they're saying that Scarlet Witch might not be dead at all.
Oh yeah, I seen that.
So yeah, I mean I agree with them. Yeah.
Yeah, I think she's dead.
Sorry,
I don't.
sorry. Yeah, sorry. My phone just flashed a
Ah,
process,
it's all right.
so we're good.
Yeah, I was
Okay.
just saying.
Yeah.
No, I was just saying that I definitely don't think Scarlet Witch is dead. They're gonna bring her back, but yeah,
Mm.
yeah,
Okay. So your favorite is Spider-Man, yeah?
yep.
So you like Tom Holland as Spider-Man, or you see him when he like when their worlds collide with maybe perhaps with the mutants and stuff like that. Would you see a different actor playing Spider-Man, or would you like him to continue
Well,
as
I, I
Spider-Man?
would I would like him to continue, but he actually said uh, during when Spider-Man 3 came out, when Spider-Man No Way Home came out, he said that he wouldn't want to be Spider-Man for that much longer. So
Okay.
I wonder if they're gonna try to set up maybe Miles Morales instead, you know, in the
Yeah.
future
The,
soon.
the, the guy from Stranger Things, you know
Maybe.
him?
I mean, that wouldn't
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind seeing that. I would,
Yeah.
I think I
Mhm.
did you watch Stranger Things?
Yep, I finished it. It's one of the series that I really like. How about you?
Yeah, me too. I really liked it, and I thought his performance, this season for Stranger Things season 4, he did a really good job. So I think he could
Yeah,
be a really good Spider-Man. So
yeah, I agree. I agree. Yep. Okay. Anything else you wanna say or you wanna talk about?
well, it's getting a little bit late. I gotta head to work at pretty soon. I gotta get ready, but you know.
Okay. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
well,
You're
not
right.
not.
What's
I don't
what's
have
it?
to go till 5 o'clock, but I'm just saying
Okay.
because I gotta get my stuff ready and stuff. So
Yeah,
yeah,
that's it. I understand. But
yeah,
yeah, people are still, trying to join in. Sleepy Gone said, "Yo, yo, what's up? Sleepy Gone, gone." Anyway, I'd just like to thank you, Mara Baltron. So, what's your real name, if I may ask?
Oh yeah, yeah. My real name is Jayden. Uh, Jayden Gonzalez. That's my name. What's your name?
Jayden, yeah.
Yeah, Jayden.
My name is Alfie. Yeah,
What is it?
Alfie,
Alfie.
Alfie.
Okay,
Yes,
got it.
Jayden. It was nice to finally meet you, Jayden. I
Yeah, same to
appreciate
you.
your time and thank you. Yeah, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. And yeah, I did learn a thing or two from you with this live that we did. And for the guys who just checked in and still watching with us, still with us, I appreciate your time to be joining our little chat. I really enjoyed this experience. Thank you so much once again. And yeah, I'm looking forward to more of your contents in YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook. No, Facebook, Instagram, I should say.
Yeah. I also do
Thank
have
you guys
Facebook.
for tuning in. Yeah.
I do
Say
have
again.
Facebook.
Oh, you are. Is
Yeah.
it? Do you have the same name as well?
I I don't really post. I only post in the articulated comic book art group that's
ICBA.
on Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah, ACBA. I post on there, but that's about it.
X-Men Legends said there should be more of these. Let's share our fandom bunch of that. Definitely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely, we'll keep in touch with you, and yeah, we'll make another one like this. Maybe include several people all together. Just
Yep.
talking about toys and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Yep.
sure.
So yeah, once again, thank you, my friend, for your time. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay,
Thank you
bye
so
bye.
much for having me. Like,
Yeah.
I really appreciate it. This is the first time, anyone's ever reached out.
Okay.
Yeah, and no one's ever reached out to do a live stream or anything like this. So, I really appreciate it. And it was a good time, talking to you. You're really cool. So,
Yeah, you're welcome, buddy. Yeah, take care.
all
Bye
right, man.
bye.
I'll see you. Thank you.
See you soon. Bye bye. Yeah. Guys, thank you for tuning in. That was our friend Jayden under the name of Marble Tron. So yeah, we'll definitely do more of this in the future, and hope to see you all there, especially you X-Men Legends. You wanted to be in one of those, in one of the, live streams. So we are definitely going to do that. Again, thank you so much for those who tuned in, and I appreciate all of you guys. Stay safe and bye bye.